Hello and welcome to One Take, episode 96. Yeah, 96. I got it right. It took me a second because then I remembered songs. Anyway, my tongue is burnt because I ate a... this is just a plate at this point, but it used to contain a Philly steak and cheese Hot Pocket. And you know what the deal is with Hot Pockets, right? Where you eat them, and then like the sauce, the gooey bit, it's not really a sauce. It's kind of like a... Alright, I'll call it a sauce. Well, like the sauce is, you know, it's incredibly hot, right? Like the liquidy bit is much hotter than the actual, like, meaty bit or the bun bit. So it's, like, deceptive, you know? You're like, oh yeah, this isn't too hot. Alright, well this is okay because, you know, you're only getting the bread and, like, a bit of meat. A bit of meat at that time, and so then, like, you know, you're like, all right, I'll take this, and then, like, you go and you get another bite, and it's just, it singes your mouth with the hellfire that it creates. It physically destroys your future children. Like, if you were gonna have 4 children in the future, no, 3, because the incredible heat with which the sauce in the Hot Pockets creates. It boils the oceans from afar. Did I just go on a rant about Hot Pocket sauce? Cool. Well, as I said before, welcome to the 96th episode. You know, 9 and 9s and 6s, those are things that if you reverse the numerical rule, or like you flip both of them upside down on their horizontal axis, it would make a funny sex joke. Yes. So today was half day at school. If you didn't know that, then you don't live around here, and you know, you don't live in Virginia, I guess, because we got out of school, and I think everyone else got out of school because it's was it Veterans Day? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Cool, veterans. Veterans do things, by the way, in case, like, obviously they're not in the military anymore because, you know, that's just silly. Why would there be veterans in the military? Man, new voltage. I got more. So basically, you know, the thing is, people get back from war, you know, they might be, you know, going through some sort of trauma, either, you know, physical, like they were shot and they kind of have a wound now, or they were amputated at a certain part of their body. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. I mean, it's all the same level of high, right? You can't... Oh, this guy was only shot in the gut. I mean, that's not nearly as bad as the guy who was amputated. You can't compare the things, you know? Like how you can't compare girlfriends. Or I guess ex-girlfriends would be a more politically correct thing. I mean, you wouldn't have more than one girlfriend at a time, right? Hopefully not. Well, and so basically, you know, they come back, they're in the forces, not like the military forces anymore. They're force that works, you know, and they basically live the rest of their life as if nothing really happened, even though it kind of did, you know. Some of them just have, like, over long periods of time, just very almost disastrous, self-destructing, you know, problems. Is what I'm trying to say here. Some of them have very disastrous things wrong, you know, either physically or mentally, and it's really just a shame that we can't better help them. If this isn't Veterans Day, I'm going to be kind of mad because I already went through all of that. I mean, that was scripted. No, it wasn't. And I wasted time doing that. Not that anything else I would be talking about is really any better, to be honest with you. But God, my foot is itchy. This is hold on. Yeah, like, it's not even like oh yeah, I'll scratch it and I'll feel relief. It's like, I'll scratch it and I'll just feel less pain. Not really pain, but, you know. So there we go, 4 minutes in and oh. Okay. 4 minutes in on our, and I'm out of everything to say, really. It's... one moment. What should I talk about for the rest of this video? I feel like 4 minutes of it was plenty enough for you. I mean, you should be sated with whatever I give you, really. You heard me. But, you know, if you want, I guess I can talk about something else, I guess. So, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. First of all, this giveaway is going on until I get 5 people. So the thing is about Yu-Gi-Oh though, is in the past few years, I'm going to say 3, 4, 5, the past few years though, they've changed drastically. You know, it used to be, oh yeah, children's card game, you know, you can just pick it up, kind of play it. You have to keep track of scores, obviously, but it's not really anything too hard to do. You know, you can just play the game, right? It takes 10, 15 minutes if you're both kind of decent. But they've changed, obviously. So, like, now it's like, oh, you've activated my counter trap reverse spell card. And there's just 1,000 rules, and just nothing is the same anymore. You know, it's I'm not going to say that it's a different game, but it's a heavy modification. And I'll be honest with you, even though I'm going to call them the first 2 gens, the first 2 generations, I'm considering them, you know, original Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Those 2. Even though they kind of had silly things like a volcano guy who I don't quite understand what he does. I mean, I understand that he's a volcano guy, but he doesn't really have anything other than that. And you know, a kid who is the ultimate baseball player somehow. I don't know what scale they're using. Is it like the, I don't know, like Little League's baseball scale, or is it like Major League Baseball, MLB, I guess is what they would call it. Is it like Major League stuff? Because if it's Major League stuff, that's kind of impressive if he's the ultimate baseball kid in Major League. But anyway. I don't know what I was talking about. So, basically, the thing is, yeah, they were stupid back in the day, but they're just retarded now. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I hate these things, blah 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 blah. But like, when everything is a robot and it's just the same stuff as before, but made of robots. I have no idea what to talk about. You know what I'm saying, though. It's all retarded at this point. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything else, blah, 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 blah. But we're kind of estranged at this point. Anyway, if you like the video, like the video. If you want to comment on the video, comment on the video. If you want to subscribe to me and see videos daily, do so. Thank you and good night.